be defeated.
The Titanic,
United, will never be defeated.
el pueblo unido
Jamás será vencido.
el pueblo
Unido, jamás será vencido.
el pueblo unido
Jamás será vencido.
Fight, fight, fight.
Housing is a right.
Fight, fight, fight.
Housing is a right.
Fight.
Housing is a right.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Thank you all for being here on this beautiful day. My name is Alex Fennell. I'm the Network Director with Churches United for Fair Housing, and we are a member of with all of the other people standing with me today, of the Thriving Communities Coalition. So normally when our groups are standing on these steps, we are protesting. We're fighting against something that has harmed our communities for years. But today, we're standing here because we have an opportunity to advance justice in ways we haven't seen in over 30 years in New York City. We have a chance to clean up the rules that govern our city and clean up the Constitution of New York City, otherwise known as our city charter. We're all absolutely thrilled to be here today because we know that we can get this done. Currently, a lot of the things in our charter aren't working for us. Jobs are unevenly distributed. Our schools are some of the most segregated in the country. Income inequality is spiraling, and New York City is the 4th most segregated city in the country. We're grateful that the Speaker Corey Johnson pushed to convene this charter revision panel, because now we have an opportunity to increase equity throughout the city and replace some of these outdated policies with ones that are transparent, that have more community input, and that provide outcomes that are truly fair for every single member of our communities.
Hi, good morning. My name is Marcelis Ortiz, and I'm a community and tenant organizer in Williamsburg for the organization Southside United Housing HDFC students. It's one of the longest standing organizations in Williamsburg that fights for tenants' rights. I'd like to welcome CARMEN Rivera from CASA, one of the most unpaid volunteers that I see at VIVIENDA. She's great.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. My name is CARMEN Rivera, and I'm a CASA leader. And we at CASA are part of the Thriving Communities Coalition. As a South Bronx resident, I witnessed firsthand the Jerome Avenue rezoning, the lack of transparency, accountability, and thoughtfulness the city has with planning for investing in communities like the South Bronx. I also witnessed how the city uses its outdated tools like the seeker manual to underestimate displacement and shield itself from community concerns. When community residents like myself voiced our concerns, we were repeatedly ignored, including in public hearings, while the process was fast-tracked.
That ain't right.
It ain't right for real. It left many like myself feeling frustrated and angry about the lack of transparency and accountability the city had to the community members like myself who were going to be directly impacted by their plans. Every morning and every night, all I think about is displacement and when it's going to impact me. None of these rezonings are necessary if the city actually cared to be intentional about the needs of the communities like mine and would plan to address the needs, but they don't. The city has a duty to acknowledge its own role creating policies that perpetuate the racial and economic segregation, inequalities, and displacement, and to correct historical disinvestment in communities like mine. The city needs to put a moratorium on rezonings until it can responsibly and thoroughly assess their impacts on creating and exacerbating displacement. The time is now to do something about it. Not tomorrow, now to do something about it. Thank you.
Fight, fight, fight.
Housing is a right.
Fight, fight, fight.
Housing is a right.
Fight, fight, fight.
Housing is a right.
All right, next I would like to welcome up our council member, Antonio Reynoso, member of the Progressive Caucus, and someone who has been fighting tirelessly for his entire tenure in the City Council against rezonings that displace Black and brown people, against rezonings that hurt our community. And today he's here with us, with the Thriving Communities Coalition, to push for a charter that is equitable for every New Yorker. Thank you, Councilor.
I just want to thank all the groups that are here today that are making their voices heard through activism. A lot of people think that many of these local community organizations want to destroy everything, but they don't. They want to build. They want to build the right way. They want to build responsibly. They want to be a part of the conversation of what building looks like. They're looking to insert themselves into the conversation in a meaningful way. While you look at that as destroying, we look at that as community-based building. So I want to thank you all for being here. The current land use process is broken. The community backlash to rezonings is a testament to that fact. Have we had a community rezoning where we don't have hundreds of people sitting on the balcony screaming at the top of the lungs that they don't want the project to happen? It hasn't happened yet. There is a problem. The backlash is not isolated. We see it at almost every single rezoning. When we see this occur time and time again, it tells us that it is not a specific community. It isn't a NIMBYist community. It's a fundamental issue that is wrong with our city. And what is wrong is the land use process. It inherently favors short-term fixes as opposed to comprehensive planning. The piecemeal rezoning, it's like we're 51 little cities, and no one helps each other, no one talks to each other. Every single district fighting for their own people and their own neighborhoods without any thoughtful, comprehensive conversation to be had by the city. And there's also no accountability for fair share. Homeless shelters go here, homeless shelters go there, parks go here, parks don't go there. Housing does get built here, housing doesn't get built there. Our buildings could be 30 stories, these buildings could be 6. Just no thoughtful, meaningful approach. And that is what we want to change with comprehensive planning. The Charter Revision Commission has a unique opportunity to overhaul how land use decisions are made in the city of New York. They can't be the only people that don't see that something is wrong. It is obvious, apparently clear, that there is something wrong with the land use process, and they have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to rectify it. The Charter Revision Commission should adopt a comprehensive plan to reverse the course that we are on in favor of planning for an equitable, healthy, and resilient city. Again, I want to thank everybody that's here, all of our folks, all of our little communities fighting together. And remember, if you don't see a problem, then you're the problem. Thank you.
Right, so I'd like to welcome a community leader that understands that charter reform is the initial way of having democracy enhanced for the community. Roberto Rodriguez from Los Sures Lucha.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Like Lucely just said, my name is Roberto Rodriguez. I'm from Lucha, the south side of Brooklyn. You know, for many years, we can no longer afford to live in the days of Robert Moses, when racism planning shaped our city. We, the people of the Thriving Community Coalition, believe that conscientious planning can help undo those mistakes. This is why we are here today. We are here today because in 1972, I was 18 years old, the South Bronx was burning. Now we have a bigger fire, and that fire is called gentrification. That fire is burning all our communities. We need politicians to give us an input. We need transparency. We need to know where these houses are going up. We need to know where these schools are going up. We need to know that our parks are for our kids. We've been living in this community for 25, 30 years. Our roots are here. And you know what? We're not moving. We're staying. And we need to stay together and fight. Thank you.
Casa Power.
Aquí estamos y
No nos vamos. Aquí estamos y no nos vamos. Aquí estamos y no nos vamos.
second, and can I get a roll call of all of the groups that are standing out with us today demanding a just charter for New York City? Banana Kelly!
CASA Power! CASA Power!
Brooklyn Community Board 17. Cypress Hills Local Development Corporation.
One thing I want to point out is that this is a broad-based coalition from all over the city of New York. So we're not just representing the areas like Councilmember Reynoso mentioned of a small pocket of New York, that we're representing the communities and the voices of everyone. And up next, I would like to invite from good old Lower East Side, Mr. Giovanni Matos. Yay!
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here with us. My name is Giovanni Matos, and I'm the Civic and Community Engagement Coordinator at GOALS, good old Lower East Side. And I'm very happy to be standing here with the Thriving Communities Coalition. So, for too long, New Yorkers have been at the mercy of city officials and their financial interests.
That ain't right.
That ain't right. That ain't right. Like the developers who are pouring so much real estate money into their hands where they can essentially do what they want in our communities. So most decisions that are being made without the input of the communities being affected. Do y'all like that?
No!
I don't. So you have developments being built and they're essentially displacing everybody within the community. I've been affected by it. A lot of people standing behind me have been affected by it. The majority of my family can't afford to live in this state. That's why they moved off over to Pennsylvania, where they can live with some sort of dignity, where they can afford a home. When you come over to New York City, you need 5 people to share a 2-bedroom apartment. Does that sound right?
No.
For people who are born and raised in New York?
No.
It ain't fair. So, we have crucial infrastructure and green spaces being taken over, being closed down for long periods of time, for years at a time, which is lowering the quality of life for everybody in those affected areas. So each day, we have more and more native New Yorkers who are forced out, who are pushed out, and can't stay in their homes. They're giving up their homes, they're leaving their family, their loved ones, their friends. They're leaving everything that they've known, just to be able to find somewhere where they can afford to live. It isn't right. Not for me. Not for us. Right? That's why the City Charter Commission needs to listen to us, right? We have a message for them. You have to side with the people. This is a message for the commissioners and the electeds who appointed them. Side with the people. And we have another message for those who want to take New York away from New Yorkers. Everybody standing behind me agrees?
Yes.
You're outnumbered.
Yes.
We're not going anywhere.
Fight, fight, fight! Housing is a right! Fight, fight, fight! Housing is a right! Fight, fight, fight! Housing is a right!
La renta sube y sube.
El pueblo sufre, sufre.
La renta sube y sube.
El pueblo sufre, sufre.
La renta sube y sube.
El pueblo sufre, sufre.
And as a member of the Thriving Communities Coalition, I'd like to reinforce our main goals, which is to have a fair distribution of resources and development, to have enforceable commitments, no more empty promises, that we have integration without displacement, that transparency and accountability, that there is transparency and accountability in the land use process, and that there is real community power and ownership, because we are this city. And if you guys have any questions and would like to speak to any of our community members, please let us know, and we're open. Thank you for this time.
Aquí estamos.
No nos vamos.
Aquí estamos.
Y no nos vamos.
Aquí estamos.
Y no nos vamos.
What do we want?
Housing.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Housing.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
When I say people, you say power. People.
Power.
People.
Power.
People.
Power.
people,
Power.
You did a great job. Great job.